Columbia. They're driving toward a possible go-ahead score. It's back to throw. It's Rosides throwing deep. Swiacki makes another acrobatic catch. Bill Swiacki has it first and goal. It's second and goal for Columbia at the 2 of Army. It's Cusserow off tackle for a touchdown. Columbia ties Army. It's 20-20 here in New York.
The Little Miracle of Baker Field, the 1947 Army-Columbia game, is the theme of our show on The Way It Was. Hi, I'm Curt Gowdy, and welcome to another American Sports Classic. This week, college football. We're going back to October 25th, 1947. To help us relive that amazing afternoon, let's meet the Black Knights of the Hudson. Starting his first game at quarterback for Army will be number 16, Arnie Galiffa. One of the nation's leading ground gainers, another Army immortal, number 33, Rip Rowan. One of the greatest coaches in college football history, enshrined in the National Football Hall of Fame, Colonel Earl Red Blake. Those are our 1947 unbeaten Army guest stars. And now, let's meet the courageous Lions of Columbia. Left halfback, a threat to run, pass or receive, number 41, Lou Cusserow. Columbia's quarterback, filling the gap left by Sid Luckman, Paul Governelli, and Cliff Montgomery. Number 21, Gene Rosides. And the greatest pass catcher in the football history of Columbia, an All-American end, number 81, Bill Swiacki. And to recreate the game, which was broadcast on NBC by the late Bill Stern, is my good friend, one of the top broadcasters in America, Dick Enberg. Dick, this was quite a game, wasn't it?
And a great thrill for me. I was 12 years old and a farm boy in Michigan at the time, and Bill Stern, of course, was the man who called the play-by-play, and we've always on these shows had the man who was there at the time to do the replay. And as a young kid, I guess I didn't know I'd be a sportscaster someday, but I would have copied Bill Stern.
He probably had the most dramatic delivery in the history of sports announcing.
I guess maybe no one quite like him ever.
Well, let's go back right now, Dick, to a game that will always be remembered, not only in the East, but in college football. It's time to go back to Columbia's Baker Field, 1947. And here's Dick Enberg to set it up for you and recreate this game that'll, well, it's just an amazing college football game. That's all you can say.
Late October, Baker Field, New York City, and this sellout throng of 35,000 fans here today to see if Columbia's pass-minded Lions can stop West Point's 32-game streak without a loss. Remember the last time they were beaten Navy back in 1943. Full core, 2,200 cadets here to cheer Coach Earl Blake's mighty Black Knights of the Hudson. Starting lineup for Army. On the line, Rowers, Fire, Steffi, Yeoman, Henry, Bryant, and Trent. The quarterback is Galiffa, Stewart, Scott, and Rip Rowan complete the cadet backfield. Lou Little's Lions line up this way. Swiacki, O'Shaughnessy, Karras, Shakitka, Klemovich, Briggs, and Gerke. The quarterback, Gene Rosides, Lou Cusserow, Olson, and Yablonsky complete the Columbia backfield. Army ball first quarter. Army 45-yard line. Arnold Galiffa, he won the starting quarterback job this week. Sets his line. From the full house tee, gives to Amos Jigger Gillette, sweeping the left side. Behind the blockers at the 40. Breaks out of a tackle. Fine effort at the 45. He's at midfield. It's Gillette all the way to the 45, and he drags tacklers to the 44-yard line. Lou Cusserow made the stop. 3rd and 5 at the Columbia 39, and it's Rip Rowan off tackle. There he goes at the 35. He's down at the 30. Rowan still on his feet at the 25, and he's bumped out of bounds by Cusserow at the Columbia 19. Army on the move early. No score early first quarter. It's Galiffa to throw. He hits Trent over the middle, and John Trent, number 80, is down to the 6-yard line. 1st and goal. 3 plays later, it's 4th and goal for Army at the 1-foot line. It's Galiffa sneaking straight ahead behind the blocks of Yeoman, Steffi, and Henry. Touchdown! The Cadets have scored. Early in the first quarter, it's 7-0 Army. Now in the second quarter, Army 1st and 10 at the Columbia 46-yard line. It is Bill Gustafson slamming up the middle. He's got 4 yards for the Cadets. 2nd down and 6 at the Columbia 42. Galiffa to throw. Bert Aton has it at the Columbia 32, and it's a 1st down for Army. Olson with a tackle. Now 2nd and 6 from the 28. Gustafson again right up the middle, a little hole. He squirts through. Good effort. 25. He's outside at the 20. Gustafson at the 15. The 10 might go all the way. 15, 10, 5, and he's out of bounds at the 1-foot line. Cusserow and Katchadurian made the stop. 1st and goal Army at the Columbia 1-yard line. It is a tight formation. Rowan straight ahead. Touchdown, Army. And the Cadets have those caissons rolling. 18-year-old Jack Muckmo will try the extra point. It's good. And Army leads in the second quarter, 14-0. Lou Little of the Lions sees only 4.5 minutes left in this first half. 14-0 Army. Gene Rossetti's back to throw, and he's smothered by Army. Number 63, Joe Henry, with a big play for the Cadets. Oh, wait a minute. Offside against Army. So Columbia is still alive. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Lions at their own 36. Rossetti's to throw. Over the middle. It's complete to number 83, Bruce Garricky. He's at the 45, the 48-yard line. First down, a 12-yard gain. Columbia 1st and 10 from the 48. Rossetti's to throw. Looking long. Far sideline. Swiacki. A one-handed catch at the 40. Swiacki down at the 37-yard line. A circus play by Swiacki. First down at the Army 37. It's Rossetti's again to throw. He's looking again for Swiacki. He's well covered downfield by Winfield Scott. He leaps. He takes the ball away from Scott. Swiacki has a first down. Columbia at the 5-yard line. It's now 2nd and goal for the Lions. They're trying to score against mighty Army. The handoff is to Cusrow, sweeping right at the 5, 4, 2, 1, touchdown! The first time Army's been scored upon in 5 games this year. It's 14-6 Army. Senior Vinny Yablonsky, number 33, will try the point after. Cusrow to hold. It's good. And the score just before halftime is 14-7 Army. Army ball now after Columbia missed an easy field goal from the 13-yard line. Just a minute left to play, and Army running out the clock deep in their own end. It's 2nd and 14 at the Army 16. Just seconds left. This is Rowan off tackle at the 15. Gets outside at the 20. He could go now. 25, 30. Pouring on the speed at the 35. Great move inside at the 40. He's at the 45. A la Glenn Davis, his teammate last year. He's in the open. 40, 35. Rowan at the 30. 25, 20, 15. Rip Rowan goes all the way. A surprise touchdown for Army. And just before halftime, the Cadets explode 20-7. The crowd with a standing ovation for junior Elwin Rip Rowan. 86 yards and an Army touchdown. And now the try for point. Gustafson to hold and Macmo to kick. Both lines are set. The snap is high, but Macmo gets his kick off, but it is no good. No good. And the score remains 20-7. Well, as expected, Army leads here at halftime, fans, but it appears the Cadets will make it 33 in a row unless the Lions' pass game can work more Swiacki miracles. At halftime, 20-7, Army.
Rip, let's set it up here and have you take us. This is an amazing run by you. And let's see the way it was. Here we go.
Well, Curt, this is a Veer 4 play, as Colonel Blake dubbed it. Some way or other, there was always a hole there when we were playing Columbia. I ran out of desperation. Lou says that I knocked him winding. I think I faked you, Lou, rather than knocked you anywhere.
Well, you sure did something.
But I
like
ran
that.
out of desperation, sheer desperation, and managed to get across the goal line.
Colonel Blake, you went in at halftime. You'd warned your team the night before the game that they weren't ready. Now you're ahead 20-7. Now, what did you feel in the locker room at halftime?
Well, it was very difficult to get to this team. One, they didn't think it was possible. Two, they were, for the first time in my coaching history, they were obsessed with the officiating. That's all they could talk about. It was a fact that this was the most difficult thing for me to do, was to get them back into the game. I never did. They never really came back into the game.
And now that we've seen the first half, Colonel Blake's had his team in the locker room. Lou Little's given his team an inspirational talk. We're going back now at Baker Field for the start of the second half, and here's Dick Enberg's play-by-play.
Well, we go to the second half, fans, and it's been Army's great ground game against Lou Little's pass game. It appears the Lions will have to stay in the air if they have any hopes of entertaining that upset they've been talking about all week. It's third period, Army ball, 2nd and 8 at the Army 28, and on second down, that's Rowan again to the outside. He's at the 35, the 40. Rowan chewing up yardage. 45, still on his feet and out of bounds. At the 47, he's well over the 100-yard mark today. First 10, Army at their own 47. Gustafson inside. It's like Blanchard and Davis of last year, and he has 15 more yards and a first down. Army driving again. They lead 20-7. In motion goes Gillette. It is Rowan slashing off tackle, true to his nickname. He's ripping away. 35, 30, 25, and Rowan is all the way down to the 20-yard line, and it takes half the Columbia team to bring him down. 18 more yards. 2nd and 6 at the 16. Califfa mixing him up. He goes to the air. It's complete to Trent. No, he dropped the ball. Trent dropped the ball. It looked as if he had a touchdown. All right, 4th down and 5 now from the 15-yard line, and Army needs a big play. It's a pitch back to Gustafson, and a reverse. Scott has the reverse, but Columbia read it well. They have him trapped in the backfield at the 25, breaks loose. He's at the 21, and they've got him down at the 20. Columbia, with a gallant defensive stand, has held. It's the Lions' ball. Single wing formation. Cusserow a tailback, and he's going to keep it. Rolls to the right side. He's out at the 25 and bumped out of bounds at the 26-yard line. A gain of 6. Late in the 3rd quarter, 2nd and 4. Rosides to throw. Looks, gets Adam Radowski, number 84, over the middle. He crosses the 30, dragging Army tacklers with him. He fights out to the 34-yard line. 2nd and 10. Rosides, the quarterback, hands off to Cusserow. Jump pass, Cusserow. He hits Gerke, complete, 45. He's to the 48-yard line. What a play. Columbia on the move. They trail 20-7. It's 2nd and 7 at the Army 49. Rosides to throw. Swiacki on his knees with another great catch at the Army 42-yard line. Columbia, 2nd and 5 from the 37. Rosides to throw. He scrambles to his left. Is he going to run? Still looking downfield. Now he tucks it away at the 40-yard line. He's at the 35. He's at the 32 and out of bounds. 1st down for Columbia. Now it's 3rd and 9 from the 31. Rosides in the right flat. He needs a 1st down yardage. He hits Cusserow out of the backfield, but he's going to be short of the 1st down. A fine tackle by Livesay. And now it's 4th and 3. Columbia's drive stalling at the 25. Rosides to throw. He fires over the middle. Incomplete and almost intercepted. Army has denied Columbia. It remains 20-7 at the end of the 3rd quarter. The Cadets protecting that long, long streak without a defeat. Now in the 4th quarter, it's 2nd and 9 for Army at their own 26-yard line. It is Scott pulling his way straight ahead for 3 yards through the middle of that Columbia line, but the Lions defense has been outstanding in this 2nd half. 3rd and 6 at the 29. Number 32, Grandeville is in for Army. This might be a quick kick situation. They've used it all year under Red Blake. Yes, sir. Grandeville to boot, but Cusserow is ready. He's back there to field that spiral at the 38-yard line. He's got it. Cusserow skips to the 40, and he's tackled at the 43-yard line. Columbia 1st down at their own 43. Rosides, the quarterback. The Lions have been able to move the ball only through the air, and the Cadets are looking for the pass, and Rosides will accommodate. He's back to throw. He's being swarmed over. Trent and Henry and Bryant, and they've got him down for a big loss. Columbia now faces 3rd and 13 from their own 40. Back goes Rosides into the flat. Bill Olson has it at the 45. He's at the 50, the 45, the 44, and down he goes. 16 yards for Olson and a 1st down. Rowan and Yeoman on the tackle. Same play, Rosides. He hits Olson, and Olson has another 1st down as he goes to the 33-yard line. Columbia trails by 2 touchdowns here in the 4th quarter. It's 2nd and 5 from the 28. The Lions are growling. Rosides is back to throw. He's looking into the end zone, deep for Swiacki. He unloads a long, long pass. Swiacki with a tremendous catch. Swiacki, touchdown, Columbia. Army is arguing he trapped the ball, but it is a touchdown for Columbia, and the score 20-13, and look at them celebrate along the Columbia sidelines. And now here's Jablonski's critical try for point. The snap is good. The kick is up. It's high enough. It's long enough. It's good. And Columbia pulls within 6 points. The score is 20-14. And fans, Bill Swiacki has made enough circus catches today that would fill a whole season. And this game isn't over yet. 11.5 minutes remaining in the Goldust Twins. Juniors Cusserow and Rosides and senior Swiacki have Columbia in the game. It's 20-14. The kickoff is to Bob Stewart of Army. He's at the 10, up the middle at the 15, the 20. He almost breaks free at the 25, and he's dragged down from behind at the 27-yard line. 1st down for the Black Knights of the Hudson at their own 27. Rip Rowan with the ball, slashes off his own right side, trying to swing away, and he gets outside at the 30. Rowan at the 35, the 40, down the sidelines, and Cusserow drags him out of bounds at the 44-yard line. 2nd and 4 now from the 48 of Columbia. Galeffa hits Trent complete, and he's down to the Columbia 34-yard line. 1st down for Army. They lead by only 6, but they're driving toward a bonus touchdown. 1st and 10 from the 34. It is Stewart this time. He finds a hole off his own right guard, slams inside the 30. He's got 6 yards, and it's 3rd and 4 now for Army at the 28-yard line. Galeffa, who won the starting job this week, is back to throw. He has Rowers open downfield. He throws. It's incomplete. He overshot his man at the 5-yard line. Columbia now holding. It's 4th and 4, and Army's going to punt, and Rowan takes a high snap from center, and they smother him. A bad snap, and Columbia gets a break. The Lions have the football at their own 33-yard line. They've denied Army again. It's Vinny Jablonski on a delay. Rosides faked him that time. He's up the middle, 45, 46-yard line. Army was looking for the pass, and Rosides gave to Jablonski. Now Rosides fakes. He's going to keep it himself. Bootlegs 45, 50. He's in Army territory at the 45. Still on his feet at the 40. Rosides skips to the 35. He's still on his feet. Look at him run. Rosides all the way to the 32-yard line. First down for Columbia. They're driving toward a possible go-ahead score. It's back to throw. It's Rosides throwing deep, deep, deep. Swiacki makes another acrobatic catch. Bill Swiacki has it first and goal, and it's roar, Lions roar, as Columbia threatens to beat Army today. It is Rosides faking the handoff, keeping himself inside the 5. He stopped at the 2-yard line. It's second and goal for Columbia at the 2 of Army. It's Cusserow off tackle for a touchdown. Columbia ties Army. It's 20-20 here in New York. The Columbia fans can't believe it. Now a chance to take the lead. Army heavily favored. The pressure on Vinny Yablonski. He'll try the all-important extra point. Both lines are set. The snap is good. The kick is up. It is good! Columbia leads Army 21-20. 35,000 looks of disbelief at Baker Field. Army hasn't lost since 1943. Columbia scored upon them for the first time this year. Army's given up 3 touchdowns. They trail 21-20, but they're ever dangerous, and that's Rip Rowan fielding the kickoff in his own end zone. Rowan out to the 5. He's at the 10, the 15. He accelerates at the 20, leaps over a tackler, and he's dragged down at the 25-yard line. It's now 2nd and 7. Army ball at their own 28-yard line. Gillette a little mix-up in the signals, but he's back to throw anyway. Gillette to throw. He's got Rowers open, complete at the 40. Rowers could go 45, 50. Rowers, the giant, enters at the 45, and he's all the way to the Columbia 40. But hold on, a penalty flag is down, and Army offside, a critical call against the Cadets. And it's now 3rd and 9 from the 26-yard line. A pass is complete. Gillette hits Trent. He's dragged down just short of the first down at the 35. It's a dangerous 4th and less than a yard, and Army has to go for it, and they give to the bread and butter back Rowan in the middle of the line. He struggles forward. First down, Army. What an effort by Rowan, and the Cadets trailing 21-20. Rowan, the workhorse, again off tackle, but Columbia waiting for him. He gains only 2. Time running out on the Cadets. They trail Columbia 21-20. Could be the greatest game in Lions football history. Pressure is on the Cadets. It's 2nd and 8 from their own 38-yard line. Gillette for the quarterback. He has to throw. He has good protection. He's looking for Rowers over the middle. He shoots his pass. It's off the 30. It's intercepted. Cusserow has it at the 45-yard line. Luke Cusserow of Columbia has made the interception. Cusserow heads to midfield. He's tackled from behind, but the Lions have the football, and time is running out, and Columbia goes on to upset mighty Army. The final score, the Lions 21, the Cadets 20, and fans, this is the greatest Columbia win since that 7-0 Rose Bowl victory over Stanford back in 1934.
You know, Dick, after Lou graduated from Columbia, he went into sports television producing. He and I worked World Series, Super Bowls. He used to sit around and talk a little bit about his football. But I never knew he was this good on defense. He was all over the field this day.
Tackle after tackle. He made a couple of touchdowns, and he even threw that great jump pass that led to a Columbia score.
Lou, you're even better than you told me you were.
I'd like to say, Curt, that Rosides was probably the headiest quarterback that Columbia had in my experience, and I played him against them from 1932 on to 50 in the 50s.
Mm-hmm.
What he did to the Army team in the last quarter was remarkable. We pulled a man out of the line to stop his passes, and he immediately hit us where we weren't. And he mixed his plays beautifully. And as I say, I have seen all the Columbia quarterbacks, but as undergraduates now, I don't believe they ever had a better one than Gene Rosides.
Well, you should know Earl Blake coached 3 national championship teams, 7 Lambert trophies. 24 of his assistant coaches became head coaches, including Vince Lombardi. He had 33 All-Americans, and before he ever got to West Point, he had one of the greatest coaching records in the history of the Ivy League football at Dartmouth. He did it all, and that's why he's in the Hall of Fame.
When he pays Mr. Rosides a compliment, then we all should be listening.
That's right. Was Colonel Blake a tough coach? A strict disciplinarian? I know you had to have discipline at West Point anyway at the academy. That was part of your life.
Curt, let me answer that if I may. Colonel Blake was a great psychiatrist, psychologist, what have you. If he got through to me one day in spring practice of 1947 when there were 3 of us left from the starting team from the year before, Joe Steffi, Goebel Bryant, and myself. And I think Colonel Blake really had a lot of doubts at spring practice as to what he was going to have that fall. And he came up to me during spring practice, and I don't know whether you remember this or not, but he put his arm around my shoulder. He said, "Son," he says, "you're going to make them forget Doc Blanchard." And if he convinced me of that, Curt, and I set about doing it. I don't know why, Colonel, you couldn't get through the other 10.
And he also,
The record's pretty good.
and he also had a habit, Curt, when you knew that he was really serious, when Colonel Blake put his fingers up to his ears and he'd give you a little whistle, and you knew that he was really he was really serious, because he gave you that, and you knew that he meant business, and we certainly listened to him.
Well, you went on, the Army team, they lost again that season in Notre Dame, but actually they lost only 2 games in 8 years, Dick. That's one of the most amazing records in the history of college football. Well, sad day for the mighty Black Knights of the Hudson, but for Coach Lou Little and the brave Columbia Lions, a miracle will be talked about whenever Columbia football is mentioned. Lou Cussero's 2 touchdowns and game-saving interception will never be forgotten. Gene Rosides truly took his place as one of the great Columbia quarterbacks of all time, tying Sid Luckman and Paul Governelli's record of 18 completions in a game. And for Bill Swiacki, the most unforgettable day in his All-American football career. And for the losing young gallant Army team, that defeat was only temporary. They went on to greatness for the next 2 or 3 or 4 years. Arnie Galiffa would become one of the great quarterbacks in Army history. He would reach All-American status in 1949. Rip Rowan would capably fill the cleats of the immortal Doc Blanchard. He wound up the 5th leading rusher in college football that year, averaging 6 yards a carry. And for Army's coach, Earl Red Blake, of course, whose 32-game streak was stopped, ended by that single point, he showed the championship character he instilled in his men after losing the heartbreaker, and his Army teams would bounce back, only losing to Notre Dame and going on to another consecutive string of 28 wins in a row. So this is Curt Gowdy saying that's the way it was when Columbia defeated Army 21-20 in the miracle of 1947 on Baker Field.